Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chef Pam and this is Chef and More. And today we are going to be making navy beans with smoked turkey wings. Yes, and if you want to learn how to make all kind of homemade food and dishes the easy and simple way, subscribe so that you won't miss any of my videos and tap that bell so that you'll always be notified. We're gonna get started right now. Okay guys, we have a bag of navy beans here and we're going to pour them out in this dish so that we can sort them out. What we want to do is just look through them and see if there are any what I like to call bad beans that are dark or discolored or half of a bean, anything like that. Typically, you'll always find 2 or 3, but not too many. So you just want to look through your beans really well because we want to get the bad ones out so that we won't cook those. And if you can see this, they just kind of look like that, just discolored a little bit, nothing horrible, but look through them and see if you find any, and if you do, just take them out and set them aside. Okay, now that we've got them all sorted, I'm going to put them in a large pot. We're going to cover them with cold water, bring them to a boil. Once they come to a boil, we're going to take them off, set them aside for an hour. While they are sitting aside, we're going to go ahead and cook our turkey wings. So I'm going to put them in another large pot, and we're just going to cover them with water. They're already smoked. I bought them that way. And I have 2 packs here, so I've got the first one in. I'm going to put these in. And guys, you can use other smoked meats. I've also used smoked neck bones before. I like that as well. So use the smoked meat of your choice. And there they are. Let's get them covered with water and on the stove. Okay guys, our beans have sat for an hour now. They're nice and plump and they have softened some. So I'm going to drain off the water that I soaked them in. You can rinse them off at this point if you like. I typically don't. It really doesn't matter. That's again your choice. So just go ahead and get that water drained off really well. Now I'm going to put them back into the same pot again, and this time we're going to cover them up with the broth from the turkey. Okay, as you can see, they're drained really well. They're nice and plump and ready to be cooked. So here are my turkey wings right here. I'm going to just go ahead and pour this broth directly into the pot with the beans until they're good and covered. Okay guys, as you can see, they are nicely covered and ready to cook. Okay. Here are my turkey wings. As you can see, there's a little broth left. I'll just let those sit in that broth. Now, I always put about a half of an onion into my beans. So I'm going to chop this half of an onion up pretty fine. And we're going to get that into the pot of beans with some other seasoning. So we've got our onion pretty much all chopped up here. And this is just a half of an onion. This was a pretty large onion though, so it's either a whole small onion or half of a large onion. Okay, guys. Okay, we have our beans starting to cook now. They are not quite at the boiling point yet. So we're going to go ahead and add in our onion. Just put it in there and give it a good stir. And there's no need to add any salt because the smoked meat, the broth, was salty enough. But you're going to want to taste for seasoning to make sure you have it just where you want it. Okay, give this a quick stir. And we're also going to be adding some smoked dark chili powder. Now I'm going to put probably about 4 tablespoons or so in here. I typically don't measure, been doing this so long, and I pretty much know about the taste. So after I get this stirred up, I will give it a taste to make sure I have enough of the smoked chili powder. Okay guys, this is looking good and it smells delicious. Yes. Okay, so let me give this a quick taste. I just want to taste the broth because, as you know, the beans are not done yet. I'm just tasting for flavor. I want to make sure I can taste that chili powder a little bit. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to stir this up and we're going to go ahead and make sure it comes to a boil before we cover it. Okay, we're boiling really good now, so we're just going to get it covered up and let this reduce down. It's going to cook for probably about another 2 hours. I like to cook it on low and just let it simmer until the broth decreases and the beans are nice and tender but not mushy. Okay guys, turn my stove down and let that cook. Okay guys, these beans have been cooking for a couple hours, and as you can see, the broth has reduced and they are looking delicious. Now if you don't want this much broth in your beans, you can go ahead and either drain some off or let them continue cooking for maybe about another 30 minutes or so. I like the broth because I love cornbread with my beans, and that will soak up all that extra broth. So we're just going to go ahead and plate now because our beans are done. Our turkey was done quite a while ago. And then we can dig in and eat, guys. Yes. And as I just mentioned, I will be having this with cornbread. The link is right above if you want to know how to make delicious homemade cornbread, cast iron skillet and all. Yes, delicious guys. Ooh, this smells so good. Okay, go ahead and get a piece of this turkey wing into this bowl of beans. Delicious. Oh my goodness, guys, it smells so good, nice and tasty. The onions and the smoked paprika, it gives it it's a little salty, a little smoky, and that's just a little bit of heat. And there we have it. And guys, when I actually eat them, I always add a little hot sauce to mine as well. Look at that, guys. Isn't that delicious? And if you guys like these how-to videos, go ahead, guys, leave me some comments. Do you like navy beans, black-eyed peas, or what? Have you tried them, and do you like a little extra heat like I do? Please don't forget to subscribe and tap that bell so you will be notified. I sure am glad you guys came to hang out and cook with me today. I really do appreciate each and every one of you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.